Hi everyone, I am your teacher for today, and for today's video, I will discuss about recruitment. Before we start with our discussion, here are the learning targets. Next, we have the core values. And to be guided with our discussion, here are the key concept map. Okay, so let us define first what is recruitment. When we say about recruitment, it is a process of convincing or encouraging a prospective applicant to fill in a vacant position. And here are the steps in recruitment. The first one is study the different company jobs and write its description and specification. The first one is the job description. What is job description? It defines the duties and responsibilities of a particular position. It is essential parts of hiring and managing your employees. These are written summaries. Ensure your applicants and employees understand the rules and what they need to do to be held accountable. Next one, we have the job description included. The first one is the job title. Then the second one is the job objective or overall purpose statement. Then the next is the summary of the general nature and level of the job. Next, we have also description of the broad function and scope of the position. Next, we have also list of the duties or tasks performed critical to success. Then the next one is the description of the relationship and roles within the company, including supervisory position, subordinating roles, and other working relationship. So those are the included in job description. And here are the example of a job description. Number 2, we have requisition of new employees. So a formal requisition form is required indicating the position to be filled, data needed, qualification, and other requirements needed for an applicant. Then the third one is we have an actual recruitment of applicants. So we have here the different types of sources of applicants. We have internal and external. When we say about internal, those are the employees recruited within the company. So when we say about external, those applicants recruited through advertisement, referrals, placement agencies, and etc. Then we move on to the selection. What is selection class? So it is the process through which organization identify and make decision about the applicants who will be allowed to join the company. And here are the steps and selection. The first one is the reception of applicants. So it involves screening of applicants. Then the second one is the preliminary interview. So the purpose of the preliminary interview is to check if the applicants is qualified for the position and eliminate those applicants who are disqualified. Next, we have filling out of application form. So this serves as a guide in interviewing the applicants to determine if the applicant match the job requirements as indicated in the job description and job specification. So this serves also as a basis in checking applicants, school records, former employees, and references. Then the next one is the employment test. No? So employment test is given to measure applicants' abilities needed for the job. Then the next one is the final interview by immediate supervisor or department head. For us, no, or for you to determine who among the applicants should be hired and pitted for the job. Okay? Next one is the physical and medical examination. That's very important also. Then the next one is hiring. So under the hiring, the applicants who pass the selection requirements is sent to the human resource department for final completion of the hiring process. Then the last one is the orientation. So under the orientation, the new employees are oriented on a company policies, rules and regulation, and informed or directed about his job by immediate supervisor or training officer. Then we have here the organizational policies. So what are the things that we need to know about organizational policies? So under the organizational policies, this section explain the personal policies that should be implemented in the workplace. So this should be underlying policies in the recruitment, selection, hiring, training, and development of personnel, including the compensation and the benefits. Then we have also the company manual. So an employee manual is an important communication tool between employee and employer. So it serves as a guide for employees in the performance for his job and what is being expected of him as an employee. So it includes the company policies and procedure and labor laws that the employee is expected to comply and such other benefits and rights of an employee. Okay, so that is company manual. Then the next one is we have the management structure and component. So under the management structure and component, it is all about designing the form of ownership of the business, which at the outside is known to be investors. Okay, so it shall also define the organizational structure of the organization and the operational system that must be put in place. It shall define also the duties and responsibilities of the people in the organizational structure. Then, management should organize different operating departments and delegates correspond authority. So that's it for the management structure and component, no? So it's more about the management. Then the next one is the proponents. So what is proponent? So when we say about proponent, it is this refers, no, to the originators of the project, its owner or equity holder in the business. So it describes the kind of ownership, whether sole, proprietorship, partnership, or corporation. Okay? So next one is the organizational structure. So what is organizational structure? It is refers to the hierarchy and organization ladder and their corresponding duties and responsibilities and their respective qualification for the position. Okay? So we have here the organizational structure example. Okay? So we have here those are the management, no? So from the CEO down to the production, the managing, the sales, and also the workers, no? Doon yung last. So that's an example of organizational structure.